Healing is not sunshine, it is excavation. It is descent. It is the slow and holy violence of reclaiming what was stolen. Depression is not a malfunction. It is your soul's alarm system howling for what you have been taught to suppress. And the feral feminine does not heal by denying darkness. She heals by descending into it, hands raw, jaw set, eyes wide open, until she finds the piece of herself buried there and carries it back to the surface. You're listening to Feral Feminine Philosophy, a woman's philosophy of life, death, rage, love, and every forbidden thought in between, by O.G. Solace. Chapter 2. The Marrow's Secret Hunger. Just beneath the surface, a battlefield lies awake. Grief surges like black water, my face becomes its lake. My bed's a velvet coffin, my stomach full yet starved. An ache beneath the ribcage demands to be unearthed. We cannot weigh another by the mask we dare display. Our truth sleeps in the shadows where no one's eyes will stray. Our marrow aches with secrets, my blood forgets its song. A war within the sinew has raged for far too long. I burn for more than comfort, for hands that recognize. A famine of connection still claws behind my eyes. I hunger past the body, for touch that makes me whole. The quiet gnaw's relentless, a famine of the soul. We've been told for far too long that women are the more emotional sex. Have you ever argued with a man? Case closed. Humor aside, the truth is simpler. Every human carries the full weight of emotion, but men were subjected to millennia of rewiring that told them only two were acceptable: anger and lust. Rage is masculine, grief is a malfunction. Tenderness must be choked out before breakfast. This has not gone well for them. The systematic repression of any emotion is catastrophic. We are an infinite spectrum, and our emotions mirror that infinity. Emotion was our first navigational tool, our earliest survival instinct. Before we had language, tools, fire, or myth, we had feeling, raw, unfiltered, ancestral. To diminish emotion is to diminish life. It's like plucking petals from a flower until you can't understand why the plant refuses to bloom. This global epidemic of depression we're facing, it is not an accident. It is the inevitable result of training an entire species to fear its own inner landscape. Emotion is how the psyche speaks. Depression is what happens when the psyche goes unheard for too long. We feel joy, pain, sorrow, grief, love, fear, rage, longing, hope, shame, awe, emptiness, tenderness, despair, relief, comfort, yearning, anger, curiosity, dread, wonder, ache, trust, and loneliness. We are built to carry all of them. We are supposed to carry all of them. That is what makes us human. It is only when certain emotions are shamed, silenced, ignored, punished, or numbed during development that the psyche fractures. When you take marbles out of a jar, a void forms. The void deepens. The void hungers. And humans who cannot feel the full spectrum become dangerous. Not because they are evil, but because they are emotionally malnourished. This is why serial killers are described as empty, void-like, a vacancy behind the eyes. Eyes are the window to the soul, yes, but only if the lights are still on inside. Darkness is not the problem. Darkness is sacred. Darkness is necessary. The problem is unmetabolized darkness, hidden darkness, shamed darkness, darkness that has never been held up to the light long enough to heal. I am not suggesting we all become garden-tending murderesses. Balance does not mean becoming both angel and monster. Balance means becoming whole. It means dragging the lake of your inner world and retrieving the marbles you lost. The neglected ones, the painful ones, the ones you dropped because no one taught you how to hold them safely, even if it hurts, especially if it hurts. Because pain is not the enemy. Pain is the messenger. Pain is the corrupted file your brain keeps trying to repair. This is why we repeat cycles, why we keep choosing the same partners, the same patterns, the same self-betrayals. The psyche will send you the same lesson with a new face until the corrupted file is replaced with the truth. Your life is not a punishment. It is a pattern. And patterns can be rewritten once you're willing to look at them plainly, without flinching, without excuses, without blaming everyone who taught you what they were taught. Everything you need to understand yourself is already there. All you have to do is turn on the light. But let's be honest. You don't heal a famine by turning on the light. Light doesn't feed you. Light doesn't unbury your bones. Light doesn't refill a jar that has been emptied one marble at a time. If anything, light only reveals the hunger more clearly. Healing is not sunshine. It is excavation. It is descent. It is the slow and holy violence of reclaiming what was stolen. Depression is not a malfunction. It is your soul's alarm system howling for what you have been taught to suppress. And the feral feminine does not heal by denying darkness. She heals by descending into it, hands raw, jaw set, eyes wide open, until she finds the piece of herself buried there and carries it back to the surface. This chapter is not a cure. It is a doorway. And on the other side of it is every part of you that still remembers how to feel without apology, without shrinking, without fear. This is where the feral feminine begins, at the bottom of the jar, where the last marble still glows and refuses to die.